Hi there, students. Stocky. Okay, if somebody is described as stocky, they're not very tall and they've got wide, broad shoulders. So somebody who's stocky, they're shorter than you would imagine and wider in the shoulders. So he was a stocky, thick-set man. This is saying he's not very tall and he's a big guy, big shoulders, big body. I'm pretty stocky. I probably need to be a little bit shorter to be a dictionary definition of stocky. So he had a short, stocky body. Yeah, he was stockily built. Yeah. So they said that he was stocky, not too tall, very broad-shouldered and middle-aged. He was stocky with short hair and wearing a white jersey. You don't necessarily only describe people as stocky, though. I guess you could, for example, describe a building that isn't very high. It isn't as high as you would expect, and it's wider, so it's stocky. Or the shape of a bottle might be stocky as well. But generally we use this word stocky to describe somebody who is quite thick set. They've got a big build, they're sturdy. A stocky man is a big strong person. They're rather stumpy. The stock, or the word stock, comes from a stump, a tree stock. And if you look at the stump, you cut down a tree and you've got this stump left, and it's normally quite wide and not very tall, and that's where the idea, or the idea of stocky comes from. The stocky boxer's strength made up for his opponent's long arms. Okay, so he's quite stocky but extremely strong. He was described as a stocky man with a grey beard, wearing a pair of headphones. Okay, so stocky. I guess an animal could be stocky as well. A mouse, which is has short legs and a stocky body. It's wider and shorter than you might expect. I'm thinking some dogs are stocky as well. A British Bulldog is definitely a rather stocky looking animal. Maybe you could have a toad that is stocky and has blotches all over its body. Okay, so he was short and stocky with a thick net. He's a big stocky bloke, and he plays rugby. He plays prop forward. Okay, so if it's stocky, it's not very tall, and it's wide, it's big, it's strong. If you're describing someone as stocky, you're saying they're strong, they're solidly built, they're perhaps heavy and compact. Maybe a piece of furniture is stocky. It could be shorter than you would expect and wider. I think stocky describing animals as well. Okay, so it's something that's short and thick set. A stocky animal. So yes, as I said, this word comes from this word stock, which itself comes from a Proto-Germanic word for a tree trunk. Okay, stocky, formality. I think I'm going to give this a 5 in formality. I think I would use this word absolutely anywhere. So stocky, a stocky build. He's got a stocky frame. Yeah, he's broad-shouldered, solid, and not very tall, rather short. So he was stocky with broad shoulders and had tremendous strength and stamina. Thick set, solid, sturdy, chunky. I guess a door could be stocky. Normally a door is quite tall, and you know the dimensions. But if it's shorter and wider than you would expect, then that would definitely be stocky. Thick-set, chunky, squat, burly, stout. So, stocky.